A cold storage isn't great. It's not terrible either, but in a theater, it kinda slaps. It's definitely been a crowded week for movies, the highs, the lows. Still gonna review that one. But if anything says sit down with the overpriced popcorn, waste time on something you'll forget the next day, I can't think of a better candidate. That's not an insult. Some people have defined this as a horror comedy throwback, and I don't. I don't think it is either of those two things that good. It's definitely more leaning on comedy, but the combination along with the premise is just absurd, characters who are likable enough, and of course Liam Neeson. It becomes this undeniably fun movie that won't have the same impact if you wait till streaming. Why do I say this? Well, first off, it knows what it is. That's the main thing. A step that's commonly missed. A premise about two security guards at a storage unit coming across a deadly fungus that's fast spreading, along with Liam Neeson, couldn't lead to a bad time. It does take a bit too long to get going, given the likely budget. I kind of expected that. But the end product is a bit underwhelming. I don't think it has the greatest payoff. It ends the way you expect it to, nothing that memorable. For a supposed horror comedy throwback, I don't get those vibes. More like it's going through the motions, not in a particular bad way, but it could have used a few more shocking ideas. Some may think it has that, but if you've seen the trailer, you're not going to see much else as far as that goes. The infected deer using the elevator, you don't see that every day. Randomly vomiting on people, what's that about? Maybe if you're some old person who randomly came across the movie at night, but for those who actually paid to see it, don't expect to be caught off guard. Speaking of old, there's an irrelevant character thrown in, again, see the trailer. He's given a relatively dark scene, maybe even out of place, but again, it doesn't go anywhere. And that's kind of what I mean. Even the two leads both have problematic situations that aren't really fleshed out. Naomi, played by Georgina Campbell, kind of is, having a daughter and a deadbeat husband. It's not the deepest thing out there, but then Travis, Joe Keery, is given this felony backstory, being the reason he has to have that job, but it could have been cut completely. Like, completely. We don't even know why he was a felon. I just assumed it was probably unjust. Unless I missed it, that's not impossible. I can't say it held my full attention.
Are you sleeping, you fat fuck?
But given he's a real nice guy in the movie, I don't know what it adds. The answer is nothing. They do have real nice chemistry, yeah, you expect a couple by the end, but it's done naturally. Nothing is forced here. Her being into science, him being real talkative is a nice balance. Really enjoy the way they play off each other. I'm not kidding, it's the most genuine thing here. Obviously it's gonna be comedic given it's a horror comedy, but like anything else, I don't think it excels at that. That's why it's so well suited for the cinemas. Nothing about this really stands out, nor is it that memorable. But the combination of a lot of decent elements, it is a good fit for the theater setting. It's worth noting the movie has no real cons, maybe a few things that could have been done better, but the only real negative is the ridiculous storyline. Not that that's an issue, what do you expect it to be? We're not gonna get practical stuff here. They could have leaned more into that, maybe embraced how ridiculous it was. It's a bit of a not being in the joke. If a fungus that infects people immediately, if it so much as touches them, as in our two leads survive this, despite being relatively close. The plot armor is too heavy, even for this movie. Again, I'm not complaining, it's just that it could have stood out way more than it did. You get this one scene when you watch a cockroach get infected, make its way through the building, as various amounts of time goes by, eventually leading to something. It's the only scene in the movie like this, and I would have liked to have seen more of that. Yeah, you have Liam Neeson, but he's kind of by the numbers too. He's not bad by any means, he's just not doing anything you wouldn't expect from comedic Liam Neeson. Like checking out the gaming channel, it's got content on games, all kinds of random gaming videos, various topics, you can find it linked down below. So many things they could have improved on, literal dialogue explaining who they are, making us feel something, could have helped a lot. I get that it's pure and simply a fun time in the theater setting, I did have that, but it's really the only use I have. It's a movie I was heavily anticipating, so I am kind of let down. I respect the idea, knowing what it is and not going beyond, but it could have gone a bit beyond. I don't see it as a throwback that's a forced opinion, can't say it's that memorable either, but in the right setting, the right crowd, the right mood, for some reason, it's still a good time.
Could have been worse, John. A lot worse.
I think by now you know, if you're gonna see it in the theater. Not much point after that, and let me know what you thought about Cold Storage down in the comments. If you like the video, subscribe down below, share it if you can, hit the bell to get notified because recommendations, oh, they're not coming. I'm the cinema analyst because somebody has to be.